What up, YouTube? This is Damien from Dojohokage. Today we're going to do some Weeb treasures. I'm an OG Otaku, so we started way back in the 90s. So some of this stuff might be older than my general audience. We're in the closet because we're going to start with some of the shirts and stuff that we had back in the day. Found these at Suncoast Video. Check this out. They don't even make them like this anymore. The character, I believe, is Blood from Blood the Last Vampire. And a lot of these shirts probably weren't done with official licensing, so the characters look vaguely familiar. You can see the schoolgirl outfit with the red eyes and the samurai sword. This is supposed to be Genjiro from Samurai Showdown. Really cool colors, lots of vibrant. It's basically through and through the print. And this name brand, I'm not sure if you can see that. Come back a little bit. This name brand, I don't even believe is around anymore. Now this shirt, it puzzled me for a long time what it was from. Was it manga? Was it manhwa? Video games? I'm not sure. The closest I was able to find was a manhwa called Dragon Saber Tiger Sword, something like that. But this one is probably my favorite just because of the obscurity and the rareness of it. I don't think I've ever seen anyone wearing this shirt ever. All right, one more thing that I keep in the closet. Not necessarily clothes, but then one of the top 10 most grossing anime titles is Fist of the North Star. And back in 2005, I think it is, they came out with an arcade game. Now, they did re-release this for PlayStation, but this is the original board and the game console from the Sammy Atomis Wave. And we used to have an arcade built for this, and I ended up selling it, but kept this. So this is one of my treasures, one of my pride and joys. You don't see too many of these around. The cart comes in and out. And it's a standard JAMA harness, if you know what that means. Cool. Now we're moving on. All right, here we are again. One of my next treasures is from Neon Genesis Evangelion. It was super popular back in the 90s with AD Vision, and this was one of their flagship shows. Do it now. Now, this is actually a laser disc, and I'm not sure if most of you guys have seen this, but this was pre-DVD, in between DVDs and VHS, and these things were massive. The players were very expensive at the time, so these were extremely rare to get, especially around here. Now this particular one, I have not seen it for resale anywhere. And as you can see, it is the original Japanese. I've had this thing for longer than I can remember, actually. I can't put a date on it. 1997. This is when I got this. Really, really cool stuff. All right, I did go on a laser disc kick when I finally got that one. So I also purchased back then Sika Bandeka, about a cop with a yo-yo. Really obscure kind of a title. And this Ambassador Magma. I actually have quite a few of these. Most of them are sealed. I haven't watched nothing but the first episode of it. It's just dated. Really cool stuff, though. Just kind of a piece of history, really. Next up on one of my personal treasures, I love this game so much. And it is the original Japanese copy of Seiken Densetsu 3. Back in the day when the internet wasn't as populated as it was now, I played this thing in raw Japanese with a FAQ from GameFAQs that I had to print out and follow along. Didn't know what was going on, but the combat was super good. I liked using Kevin the werewolf. Now I think you can get this translated some way or another. I think Squaresoft probably even re-released it. But these I will keep probably until I die, perhaps be buried with them. This little thing here on the bottom was an adapter for the Super Nintendo to be able to play these on an American SNES. And I've had that thing forever. All right, one of my next treasures. video disc. This was before DVD and in between VHS and DVD. Now there's 14 of these things, one for each episode. They're just basically CDs with video files on them. Probably some kind of Chinese bootleg, whatever, but nonetheless, it's valuable to me because I love Flame of Recca. Flame of Recca actually predated Naruto. I think this was done in 95, 97, and very good stuff. If you've never seen it, Flame of Recca is definitely a piece of history. You need to go back and watch that. Anime OG approved, man. You need to go watch this. Flame of Recca. Now the next one, it's probably a little secret that you probably don't know about me, so I'll let the camera zoom in and kind of show you what it is. As you can see, I am a huge fan of Slayers. I've watched it from the beginning and got my hands on about everything that I could watch. Loved it. It's definitely something that I would treasure for the rest of my life. And these CDs, even though I don't listen to them no more, I just like to have them. Moving on to one of my next favorite series, probably my all-time favorite, is Record of Lodoss War. I did a video on the swords hanging in the back before, but the King Bel's and King Fawn's sword, the Soul Crusher and the Holy Sword of Faulus, one of my lifetime long dreams to have those made, and I did it. So one of the other things that I've gotten was from a doll maker in Japan, Yoko Sasaki. Her grandmother was actually a shrine maiden, if I'm correct. So I can't make this stuff up. This is all good stuff. But open up and see. She actually made a handmade doll of Pyrotess from Record of Lodoss War, which was the dark elf. It came out really cool. I'm just too afraid to take it out of the box and play with it. But as you can see, she has most of the details. One of my other treasures is from Attack on Titan. Now, you'd expect me to open this up and see some kind of figure or something like that, but this is actually Sake. Hey, why I look like that other guy but with longer hair? I don't know, but we're back with Weeb treasures, all right? I know plenty of you have seen this before, you know, standard bokeh. But have many of you seen one of these? You've seen it, but you might not have seen it. It's an actual set of kendo armor. Helmet included and everything. So, that was one of my most expensive Weeb treasures that I bought. And, you know, who else was going to practice with me? I was going to practice by myself because no one else was going to get in the ring with me, wanting to put out the money to buy one of these guys. But even though I don't put it in practical use too often, it is one of my treasures, and it's with me for life. All right, once upon a time at a convention far, far away. This was 2001. This sketch here, I got it from Makoto Uno. He was one of the character designers for the anime Love Hine, which is one of the best harem animes you can get. One of the best. There's plenty of during that era, but this is definitely one of my treasures. You know, I went there in cosplay and met the guy. He was like, "Man, I see you have your sketchbook with you. You mind if I draw a sketch of you in your sketchbook?" And he signed it there and dated there as well. But that's definitely one of my treasures. I loved it. Okay, moving on. In anime, shrines are a really big thing. And while I was in Japan, I went to a shrine and picked up a couple little souvenirs for me. But these guys here, they're charms. And they're used to keep your house and home safe. So you would display these in a safe area and keep them in your house. Every year you go and you get a new charm. But they also came with this, which is a pack of seeds, grass seeds. So at the beginning of the year, you're supposed to plant these out front, and it brings good luck. Which I never got around to it. I'd rather keep it as a souvenir. Same thing with this as well. They have some sake that they made that went along with the package. So good luck sake. You don't drink it right away. You let it sit and you let it ferment for a good part of the year, and then you can have it. I'm not sure what the actual date is. You are supposed to open it up and celebrate, but it's a souvenir for me. You probably have seen this or haven't seen one of these. It's one of the tools that the priests use to meditate, and it's supposed to channel your good
energy and your chakra and all that stuff. Found it on sale in a little souvenir shop in Japan. It was a little weapons shop, and I just had to have it. That's one of my Weeb charms. Yeah, here we go. Would make a really cool sword handle, but yeah. Okay, Japan's known for its snacks and good stuff, so I actually kept a couple of the snacks and things I found there as a souvenir. For one, I have this geisha Coca-Cola box set. And if you can see here, all the different bottles have different geisha girls on them. They have nice little cute bottles. That's one of my Weeb treasures. And while I was there, I actually went to the Cup Noodle Museum. And that's really cool. Over there, you were able to make your own noodles from scratch, starting with the flour and going up. They also had a line that was mostly like Subway, where you can pick the ingredients you want and they would add it to your noodles. But this particular one, you were able to decorate your package and they would seal it and put what you want in it. So these ones came from the noodle factory with my custom art on it. And a couple other good ones. If I'm not mistaken, that one might have been like a green tea flavored cup noodle, which I thought was really weird. And this one is some kind of flaming hot cup noodle. But I got those at the noodle factory, and those are my souvenirs. All right, guys, Weeb treasure number 133. This. And it looks like it's a Naruto book. But I was actually in Japan and got to see a super kabuki show. It was a Naruto kabuki show. And I got this while I was there. And it's really cool. It's got the actors and just really cool pictures of them there. It was a really awesome kabuki show. If you get the opportunity to see a super kabuki show, and the reason why it's super is because they have a lot of special effects. Special effects, sounds, explosions, lights. That's the man, Kakashi. Yeah. But yes, I got this at the Naruto kabuki show. Fairly similar to that, I was in Japan whenever the Rurouni Kenshin movie came out. And I got the Rurouni Kenshin limited edition books for that as well. And I don't know if you have seen the movie, but it definitely has some of the best sword fights you will ever see in any anime, manga, live action. It's that good. Sometimes it'll outbeat some of the manga. I mean, the anime. But yeah. All right, similar to that one, I was actually in Japan too when the Attack on Titans movie came out. And I was able to get some of this memorabilia while I was there. But pretty much had some stills from the movie. Although the movie wasn't that great, the memorabilia was pretty awesome.
And this concludes our Weeb Treasures checklist. Stay tuned for more anime-inspired stuff, more weapons makings and small skits. We appreciate you guys watching and thank you. And keep tuning in and subscribing and we'll get you some more content.